It is a great privilege to be with you here today on behalf of the University of the Western Cape. It is also a privilege to be associated with the inspirational and positive work of the Institute and to be able to share in the graduation ceremony of its students. To the students, congratulations on your hard work and dedication. For UWC, the relationship with AIMS is special for many reasons. We are one of 3 certifying universities in the region, and our association stretches back to the Institute's beginning. There are other reasons too. The first is the very reason why we are here today, to celebrate the achievements of the brilliant young researchers who left their homes all over the continent to come to the southernmost tip of Africa. In you, we are not only able to see the very best of what Africa has to offer, but we see the very best that Africa can be. Secondly, each cohort of students affirms to us that it is indeed possible to have a truly successful and inspiring Pan-African movement that benefits the continent. AIMS is an example of real cooperation across borders, and actually cooperation across the world as it attracts world-renowned academics to come here as lecturers. The third reason for celebrating our relationship lies in the achievements of the alumni from AIMS. Reading their stories offers us the best proof that our partnership with the Institute is an investment in Africa's future. Take, for example, the story of Dr. Angelina Lutambi of Tanzania, who, I believed, sold cold drinks to finance her schooling. After she had graduated from AIMS in 2005, she continued her studies at Stellenbosch University and then went on to gain her PhD at the University of Basel in Switzerland. Angelina returned home to Tanzania to become one of the foremost researchers in her home country, using mathematical, statistical, and computational modeling to study diseases such as malaria and HIV/AIDS. Or take the 2014 graduate Frederick Ntiranganya, who left Rwanda to come to Muizenberg. He now designs software and collects climate data to make sense of weather patterns so that those whose livelihoods are weather dependent are able to make better decisions. But most remarkable, Frederick and the international partners with whom he works believes in free access to data and therefore publishes their research on an open source platform. These are but 2 stories out of more than 1,000 young people representing 42 countries on the continent. That, to me, represents the mathematical vision of the African Union. The Institute's slogan, that the next Einstein should be African, is a sign not only of its ambition, but also of the abiding belief in the brilliance and talent that can be found on our continent. As a university firmly rooted in this continent, we can only echo the AIMS slogan, the next Einstein should be African. And yet we know the struggle of mathematics and science in Africa. We see it in our own country and at UWC. Many young people enter university without the necessary grounding in these subjects. Each time our basic education department participates in national, international benchmarking exercises, we languish either at the bottom or near the bottom of participating countries. I'm sure that many of the graduates here today are familiar with this, because the failure to teach maths and science adequately are not unique to South Africa. It has been said that the story of mathematical development in Africa is one of potential unfulfilled. It is for this reason that AIMS becomes even more important, and so too the opening of the other 5 centers on the continent. With determination and cooperation, we can begin to tackle that unfulfilled potential and begin to talk about fulfilling our potential. you will not find a greater champion than UWC in the work of the Institute, because our history is one of transforming the lives of young people who otherwise might never have been able to afford a university education. In conclusion, I would like to make two final remarks. Firstly, I want to thank the Turok family for their commitment to AIMS, particularly the elder Prof. Turok, who has spent a lifetime in service of humanity. Professor Turok, we thank you. Secondly, we would like to see our partnership with AIMS and its students further strengthened. Besides the Department of Mathematics and Applied Mathematics that is always blessed with students from the continent coming to UWC via AIMS, there are other excellent departments such as physics and astronomy, statistics and population studies, computer science, and the South African National Bioinformatics Institute that would be most happy to welcome potential AIMS students for further studies. Again, congratulations to all the graduates. May it be a day of celebration and great happiness. Thank you.